everyone, welcome to Taste and Elevate today. My name is Vanessa Balia. We are on Sunday. It's a beautiful new week. I hope everyone's feeling blessed and energized and refreshed. So if you're ready to learn something interesting and powerful that you can take to your nutrition plan, go ahead and find yourself a notepad and a pen and something delicious to drink or to munch on that's healthy. For me, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to drink. I have a cup of decaf Cafe Bustelo with cacao powder in here. I mixed it with my little not electric, but it's like powered mixer thingy. And it gives it this nice, rich, like frothy, chocolatey mocha coffee flavor. So I decided to start making my own coffees at home because I have more control about what's going in them. Don't get me wrong, I'll still have a Starbucks here and there, but I completely devoid of all extra like creamers and additives and things like that, because who needs that extra junk? It's causing inflammation. It can actually have harmful effects on your brain, and it's just not worth it. And even the ones that say sugar-free, really look twice. So for me, that's something that you may want to try, is the cacao powder. And the reason why, also, besides the chocolatey flavor, the rich taste, it's also loaded with magnesium. So it's got a nice calming effect, and it just boosts your mood. It's so good for you. All right, so let's get right into this video. It's about combining your supplements. It's going to be the first of many, so buckle up. I'm going to go slow today. I'm not going to keep this to be like a long video or anything, but I did want to get into the three different things to look for, and what we can kind of give a breakdown on like over a period of time. If this type of content interests you, please hit the thumbs up and comment below and say, yes, give me more. All right, so let's do that. All right, so to start, the first category is the antagonism list. So this is going to be our list where it's like you're pairing the two supplements and you're starting to see that it's not only not doing anything for you, but you may even be having like an adverse effect to it, or just you notice that all the efforts that you're putting into it, they're not really getting you the results that you want, right? So like, for example, soy protein powder and iron, they do not go together because the iron actually gets blocked by the soy proteins. So this is a big red flag for those that are especially vegetarians and are looking for, ways to supplement iron, because you're not necessarily getting an adequate amount by your diet. And the same thing with the proteins. So like you're having the you're having the soy protein because you're trying to avoid animal products, and the same thing for the iron, and you think you're doing the right thing, but then meanwhile you're like, something's not right. I feel tired. I feel like my hair is thinning. Like, what is going on? I'm taking everything I know to take, but it's because the soy protein is actually blocking your iron. So that could be a major problem. So look out for that. The next one is calcium and iron. That's another one that does not pair well together either, because because of the iron absorption drops, as a matter of fact, by having too much calcium and iron, in the same supplements. So you don't want to pair those together as well. And zinc and copper. If you have too much zinc, you can actually cause a copper deficiency. So those are the antagonism list. And I'm just touching quickly on these. So, I know I'm giving you minimal information today, but this is just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. And then we're going to give a breakdown on each of these. So they're going to be more videos dedicated to each pair. All right, so the next on the list is the synergistic one, the synergism. Synergism, if obviously you're an adult, you probably know what that means. They're working together, they're cooperating, right? So vitamin C and iron are ones that actually go together. It helps absorb the iron. So it's like 1 + 1 = 3. So those are a power team. They boost each other's best qualities, right? And that's something to think about. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have the potentiation, and it's kind of like, it sounds like we're saying potential, right? So potentiation, and what that means is that it's like too much of a good thing could be a bad thing, right? So if you are mixing something, for example, like ginseng and coffee, while you feel like it is making you perform well, at the same time, they two on their own can have their good qualities, but if you have them together, they can make your body overreact to them. So ginseng on its own, I think it already has caffeine in there, if I'm not mistaken, and then you're having a cup of coffee, they could actually give you the jitters. So you don't want to have something that's gonna, be too much of a good thing to where then it's like your body is having a negative reaction to it. So we're gonna get into all these different categories one by one. I'm gonna make this a series. I'm gonna do my best to provide at least once or twice a week out of this, and we're gonna just take it piece by piece so you can really learn and get the most of it, and take this information to you as you're shopping in the store and be like, okay, yeah, I remember what Vanessa said, that's true. Whey pro, I keep saying white. Oh my gosh. It's like sometimes you get so tongue-tied you don't even realize, but like, all right, so soy protein actually blocks iron, and that could be a problem. So I want to avoid that. So what's an alternative? Okay, so then watch the next video, because then we're going to get into deeper ways to kind of, I guess, combat these, antagonistic issues so you can get the best of both worlds. So, I'm here for all different, dietary restrictions and needs and desires even. Like some people have a moral compass where they feel like they don't want to have animal products. And listen, I did the vegetarian thing for a while. It's not something I could sustain for the rest of my life, but I tried it. And honestly, there was a reasons why. I honestly felt really bad for the animals, because the way that the farm factories are actually really abusing the animals that we're consuming, and then all of the additives that they put inside of there, it can be really problematic. So we have to be careful about the meats that we choose. So yeah, I mean, it's just something that you have to make your own personal choice for. But this channel is for everybody. So if you are a carnivore, if you are somebody that's like a mix of pescatarian, vegetarian, if you are just like me and you'll have a little bit of everything as long as it's healthy, then this channel's for you, and you want to learn how to just make the most of that. But yeah, so those are the 3 categories that we're going to focus on in the next few weeks. So like I said, grab your pen, grab a notepad, and your favorite snack to share with me, and take notes, and let me know if you learned something. I really want to be able to make sure that the content that I'm sharing with you is something that's going to add to your life and help you to learn something interesting because of it, and make you make the most of your choices. So listen, I'm going to wrap it up from here, but I hope you have a great rest of the day and a great week. Listen, we're coming into a new week. We're talking new motivation, new focus, new vision, and new steps. So we're going to continue to just press forward into victory and into purpose, and we're going to see the results. We got 6 more months to 2026. That's huge. Wrap your mind about that, because the word actually says, Lord, teach me to number my days. That helps us, because we're not going to just be squandering our time, squandering our money, our resources, or even mental capacity. We're all given a certain amount of bandwidth. Let's make sure we're getting an ROI on that, on where we're putting our efforts into. So as I said, I hope this video was helpful to you, encouraging, and you're excited to learn more with me. Definitely try the coffee and the cacao powder. I'm telling you, it will not disappoint. All right, have a great week. God bless you.